Hi everyone, my name is Jake Shary, and today I'm going to be going over the usage of DeepLabCut-Display. So let's get into it. Okay, so at this point, you should already have DeepLabCut-Display downloaded and installed. If you haven't been able to do that, definitely check out my other video on the installation guide. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But here's the user interface that pops up once you run the application. It's got space for a video, it's got space for graphs, and for a little bit of information on the side. So to start off, we're going to open up our data. We can start off by opening our video, and I'm going to navigate to where I've been storing some example data. We'll use this one, and it's just an MP4 file that I opened up, and it's going to take a second to load. Boom. Next, I'm going to open up our CSV data that contains all of the XY points and their likelihood values. And so you can see it pops up. It loads all of the different points that exist for this particular model pass. And yeah, so we can see we have video and graph side by side. We have this nice splitter bar that can kind of zoom one in and out depending on what's needed for analysis. And we can also load up all of our different points. So we can, click as many as we need to, have displayed at the same time. And yeah, so I'm gonna just also show off a little bit of the scrolling capabilities. This vertical red line comes in, and then that's kind of denoting the current frame. So as we scroll along frame by frame, you can see the frame ticker is increasing, but alongside of it is on the graph, it's actually marking exactly what frame is being displayed. So we can go back and forth and kind of look and see what's popping up when. We can also zoom into the graph. So if I'm using just the scroll bar on my mouse, and I can scroll in to see exact point by point by point of the data. So we're at frame 202, and it shows it right there. And we can scroll back out. So pretty simple, just a nice user interface to be able to see DeepLabCut-Display's actual point values and the video side by side. If I want to save the current frame into a picture, so if I use this for further annotations outside the application, I'm going to go ahead and hit save current frame, and we're going to run, we'll call it test 2 because we already have test 1 up here, and it's going to pop up, and that downloaded. And if I go here, I can go into the same folder that I just saved it in. There's an example data. It gets test 2 that I just saved. And yeah, so here's that same frame that we just saved. Now for actual the meat and potatoes of the analysis is we're able to filter out points by their likelihood. So if I go over here, I can see set likelihood threshold. And what this does is allows us to input a value between 0 and 1, and it only displays points above that likelihood. So if I want only to see points that are the model is 80% sure accurate, I can type in 0.8 right there, hit OK. And it filters out all of the points. And so the same things pop up, but not the ones that are below 80% likelihood. Now, if I want to take this data and save it out to another spreadsheet, I can do that by hitting save data. We'll hit it. We'll call it video tutorial. And then I can pull it up in the same file path. And now it filters out all of the likelihood points if they're below. So like this is the right hind hoof, and all of these are below 80% or 0.8, except we get into 0.9 here, and then it finally shows. Yeah, so that's just a little bit of the filtering capabilities. One important thing to note is that it's 2 separate files being loaded into the application at the same time. And so you need to make sure that they are, in fact, the matching video, whether it be matching spreadsheet and video from the same model output. Otherwise, it can display both of them, but it'll be weird and mismatchy. So you need to make sure that your data that you're inputting is correct before you do any analysis. But yeah, that's pretty much all of DeepLabCut-Display's usage as of right now. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. I'll make sure to answer them. But yeah, happy analyzing.